How long? Like, what was the longest amount of time you spent in a ring in a match? Did it ever get to?
10, 15 minutes.
That's quite a bit,
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah.
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 What was that experience like?
Like I said, getting chopped hurts.
Yeah.
When getting suplex, if the pad moves from the ring, you're
Yeah.
getting suplexed on wood and then steel beam, so
Yeah.
that hurts. But again, after so many times getting hit, and then people's attention span starts going away. So
Yeah.
you start bringing in things to get their attention back. So like, oh, I can bring a kendo stick. So you get hit or you get hit with a belt, and they're like, oh, I'm back in. But then I'm the one that's hurting and suffering. So like after a while, I was like, I don't want to
Yeah.
wake up the next day hurting. So I was like, I'll just promote. That's a
Did,
lot easier.
yeah. Did you ever suffer any major injuries?
I broke my collarbone.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
How'd you do
Like I
that?
said, the attention span of people only lasts for so long.
Yeah.
5, 6 matches before then you're coming out to wrestle. Well, we were like, I was in the valley, and they're like, okay, let's plan this spot. We're gonna wrap a chain around you, and you get DDT, which is they fall back, and you just stay there. I'm like, cool. And then the other guys will come back, and they'll save you. Okay, cool. So I remember I got the chain wrap. I fell forward, and all of a sudden I felt hot, and I was like, I can't get up. So I told the referee, I think is my arm still attached to me because it feels super hot. She was like, yeah, get up, and I was like, I can't. Like, I can feel my fingertips. And I go, am I moving my legs? She was like, yeah. I go, I can't get up. Like, my arm was like dead. Like,
Were you
so
scared?
I thought I had dislocated it. So we rolled to the back, and one of the guys like, oh, you just dislocated. Let me pop it back into place. Okay. So when he pulled it, I was like, no. Like, I yelled, and I was like, something's wrong. Like, something's really wrong. And I didn't even go to the doctor. I just iced it, and now you can, sometimes it'll pop out again and it'll
Oh.
pop right back in.
Okay.
But yeah, and at the
Memories
time,
to last a long,
yeah, but
to
I
last a
mean,
lifetime.
how do you go to
Well,
the
what was going
doctor?
through your head? Were you scared? Were you
I
worried? Were
was
you just
scared,
yeah?
but then you have so much adrenaline going through your body that you're like, okay. And then I still had to come out and cut a promo to make the people mad of the valley. So I still come out and I'm like, the only thing is I can't lift up my arm. Like,
Oh my god.
so I get in the ring and I just started cutting the promo, and like everything went well until the end of the night. I was like, it just keeps getting hard. Like,
Yeah.
but I could feel, and I was like, nothing's broken, but I just can't lift it. But eventually it was
Was
broken.
that the end of your wrestling career?
No.
You kept
Yeah, I
going?
kept going. Like maybe like 2 months later, I wrestled a couple more matches, and then I
Yeah.
was done. I was really done because I was like, I want to have like, I had 2 older boys, but then I was like, might want to have kids later.
Yeah.
I want to be able to carry them. I don't want to continue hurting myself. So then I stopped.
And all this time that you're wrestling, Ray, were you were also promoting then as
Yeah.
well? You were doing both.
Yes, I was doing
Yeah.
both.
So how long after you started wrestling did you say that's enough? I'm gonna just
Maybe
focus
like
on.
after the third year.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like after the third year. It wasn't long, like, but the promoting took over, and it took over
Yeah.
like big time. So
How did those independent wrestlers that contacted you, some of them, some even some big names, how did they find out? I mean, are they looking for shows or
yeah, right,
pretty
right.
much?
Like I didn't even know that there was other wrestling companies outside of
Mm-hmm.
Laredo. I was just like, it's something small, but McAllen is big. Corpus, all the other cities are big on wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just message somebody on Facebook, hey, you want to come wrestle for me? Yeah, there's a great opportunity to get out of my little town or my town. Perfect, come on and down. And then I would get the guys from Corpus, the guys from San Antonio to wrestle each other. So like, hey, I never met this, boom, and then they would make a connection. So before you know it, everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
Not to be through me, but hey, I'm gonna go wrestling from Corpus to San Antonio, and they would meet other guys there. Be like, hey, you should book this guy to come to Laredo. Sure, I'll give him an opportunity.
How long
And
did LWA last?
10 years.
I
Well, from
asked you that,
under
right?
mine was 10 years, but after COVID, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do it no more.
Sure.
The boots are taking over, so I let a friend run a couple shows, and
Were
then
you making money doing this?
a
Or were
little
you
bit,
doing it for just
and like everything was a learning curve. Like at times we would get sponsors that would pay for all the wrestlers, so all
Mhm.
the money from the doors would come in. So sometimes it would be enough sponsors to be like, hey, like now we can bring a big name
Mhm.
to pay him. Like, but when you bring somebody big, you got to pay their flight, hotel,
Yeah.
so and their fee. So like that would add up.
And all this time, you're still a fan of
Oh
the
yeah,
industry. You're still
yeah,
a
yeah.
fan of all the wrestling that's out there.
Oh yeah.
Pretty
But that's
much.
how I would look at guys like, okay, this guy's under contract. He can't come to Laredo.
Yeah.
But as soon as he would get out of the contract, I'd be like, hey, I can book this guy.
Yeah.
And I would call somebody in San Antonio, hey, you know this guy's number? Yeah, here. And then They would connect like Bushwhacker Luke. I don't know if you remember the Bushwhackers.
Do
Well,
not.
they were super popular in the '80s. He gave me a book with all the wrestlers from the '80s, their phone number and everything.
Oh, nice.
So I knew how to contact the Honky Tonk Man, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, all these wrestlers that I grew
Yeah.
up with. So I knew all their phone numbers.
Did you bring any of them to Laredo, or were you bringing them to other shows?
The Honky Tonk Man,
Yeah.
Brutus Beefcake, like, um, I mean, a lot of the guys. I mean,
Yeah.
that, even some guys that are still working on TV.
What was the response from people in Laredo?
It was good because something you never saw. You would be able to see lucha libre, but this was wrestling, two different styles. Like a lot of high flying in lucha libre, and in wrestling, it's a lot of technical stuff. So,
Was it safe? It's kind of a dumb question, but I'm just curious. Like, I mean, you're putting a lot of people's
Yeah.
lives on the line, right?
I mean, like I said, this is all a learning curve. Like somebody would get hurt. Like, what do we do? A lot of guys were like, "It's my fault." And I was like, "Okay." Until like later on, like after maybe like the 5 year mark, you had to sign a waiver. Something happens, we're
Yeah.
not responsible. But before that, I mean, it was like an outlaw wrestling show that we would run here. But it got good. Like it was a learning experience because other people would come in. Oh, my promoter does this in Corpus, or the big names would come in. Oh, this is what I do, and take care of yourself. This is what you got to do. The bad guy goes in first, so all the people can boo him. Then the good guy comes in, and they cheer. So you're already making money that way. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like it was all a learning experience.
yeah.
That
What was the best show that you had that you remember? Either because of the crowd or just the wrestlers
the
that were here?
best show I had was actually one of the ones before I was like at the 10 year mark in December. I was like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
no more wrestling shows, no more, like, this is it. And it was called Let's Say Goodbye. But with that, like, maybe 2 months because we would anticipate the shows. So people would be like, oh, like, something's big's going to happen. So, like, Let's Say Goodbye is going to be my last one. I don't want to, because the boots were just barely, like, scratching the surface. So I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm going to make more money doing this. So why am I going to continue putting up a ring, taking it down, booking flights, booking hotels, paying talent? And I was like, no, like I'm just by myself now,
Yeah.
rather than getting all these people involved. So that one show turned into like the biggest show that ever happened because Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, we made contact with him, and he was able, like, yeah, I'll go down to Laredo. And I was like, what? Like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah. As a matter of fact, we'll create a storyline so I can come back and wrestle for you all. And I was like, no way. Like, this is beyond
Yeah.
my expectations of being a promoter, that I'm gonna have somebody that I saw like in middle school at the movie theaters, on TV on big screen, and he's gonna come wrestle for me. And I was like, I wonder how much this is gonna cost me. So I remember I talked to him. He was like, just pay the flights. Don't worry about the hotel. Don't worry about paying me. Pay your guys. We'll go from there. And I was like, okay. So even till the moment that he got off the plane, I was like, I don't even want to promote this because
Yeah.
what if I promote it and he says,
So you
He
never
did.
promoted it?
oh yeah, we
You
did.
but you were kind of worried
Yeah, I
about
was
it.
super worried.
Yeah. And so it went well then, I'm guessing.
Oh, super well.
Where'd you do that at?
Blackout Training Center, the whole place was packed.
Really?
Whole place was packed. I was like, oh my god, like there was so many people here. And when he said, I'll come back and wrestle for you, I was like, I can't stop now. Now what am I gonna do? Excuse me. But then right after that, COVID happened and we were done.
So
Yeah.
all that died with COVID then, pretty much everything you were
Mhm.
doing with the wrestling.
Yeah.
So you're known for the wrestling boots. How
Mhm.
did that get started?
Well, let me backtrack a little
go
bit.
ahead.
So we would sell merchandise at the wrestling shows because that's what other income would come in.
What
So
kind of
like,
merchandise? Just
Uh,
shirts?
shirts, wrestling masks, luchadores, like all this cool stuff. And then like I said, we were getting booked to do Christmas events. So we were doing a Christmas event at the barn, and that's how we got in contact with Jason David Frank, with the Green Ranger. And I was like, merchandise city, like this.
Yeah.
Let's merchandise this guy. Let's make belts. Let's make everything. And like I said, I didn't think it was real. So I was like, I just spent a whole lot of money, and I don't know if this guy's gonna show up. He even showed up with a MMA fighter, and I was like, geez, like
Nice.
double whammy here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but it was good. So the boots, my uncle is a shoe repairman in Nuevo Laredo.
Okay.
So when all this stuff was going on, I was like, I'm getting ready to leave. Like, he was like, but I don't know how to make wrestling boots. And I go, like, I don't want to do this anymore because It's time consuming setting up the ring, tearing it down, being the first one at the venue, and the production stuff because we had projectors,
Yeah.
all the lights and archways and stuff like that. I go, it's tiring. Like,
Plus
yes, I
booking
had
the
people.
talent and all
Yeah.
that stuff. I mean,
And I go, I gotta find an out soon. So I was like, let's make wrestling boots. You can show me, and we'll go.
why
from
did you
there.
think of making wrestling boots? Like,
Because
what-
I know like 200-300 wrestlers, and everybody needs boots. Everybody needs gear.
Really?
So I was like, man, like, and he was like, no, no, no. And I bought a pair of boots. And when I bought it, I took it to him, and he was like, this is super easy. And he was like, it's not even real leather. And he was like, it's plastic. It's like hard plastic, like what water bottles are made of. And I was like, that cost me $300. And I go, that was probably my last $300. And he was like, yeah, like, we can do this. And I was like, cool. And so he learns by taking it apart, putting it back together.
Mhm.
He did it a couple times, and then he was like, you do it. I was like, I don't even know how to stitch. He was like, no, you do it. You get to it. And I was like, okay. So start stitching, and he was like, don't do that. Use this. And like, I mean, I learned a lot from him. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm not like, okay, like if he's getting mad at me, it's like, we're going to create something.
Yeah.
But he was very iffy because all he knew was like, oh, I'll repair a couple of shoes here. But when I told him like, hey, I know like 200 people that will probably buy the boots. And then when he saw the product, I was like, when he saw the other pair that I bought, he was like, no way, like I can do better than this. So we outsourced the material because he knew where to get leather. I found where to get the soles. So like it was like go time. So when that show with Jason David Frank came about, I had his number already. So I was like, let me call him, see if he wants a pair of wrestling boots. I called him. He gave me all his measurements. And I was like, oh, I go, that's my opening. So once I leave, it's gonna create. Oh, that guy makes boots for the Green Ranger. I want some too.
But you had to have had some confidence that he would actually buy a pair of boots from you too.
I was just gonna give it to him, but I just wanted the
Oh.
picture so
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
put on my social media. Like,
smart. Okay.
so as long as he's with a pair of boots, hey,
Yeah.
I made boots for the Green Ranger. If they're ugly, if they fall apart,
Yeah.
that's not my thing.
Not my fault.
But-
But how did it feel like putting that boot together? Did you think it was a good wrestling boot? I mean, what were your thoughts on it?
My
before you
uncle
gave it
did.
to
My
him?
uncle said, "This is perfect. It's not gonna fall apart. Nothing. Like, don't worry. You're gonna be
So
good."
you're going based on what your uncle was
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah. Because again, this is not my
Yeah.
line of work. It was like, this is what it is.
Sure.
He was like, it's gonna be good. Like, it's just a bigger scale, like the bottom of the shoe, but then you're going up higher to a calf. And I go, that's it. He was like, that's all it is. Like, don't worry. The laces are good. The eyelets are good. Nothing's gonna happen. And I was like, okay. I'm just going by your word. So again, another independent wrestler that was coming through Laredo. She's from the Valley. She was already in WWE. Like, she was in NXT, which is before you get onto TV. So I messaged her too. And I was like, hey, do you want a pair of boots? Like, I'll give them to you. She was like, yeah, but this is what I want. And I was like, okay, cool. What do you want?
Special order.
Yes, thinking, oh, she's gonna want like black with red or black and
Yeah,
silver. I was like, okay, we're gonna finally work on two colors. She wanted a Western style cowboy boot with like 3 layers and sparkles. I was like, oh my god. So like little things that happen into like putting all these boots together
Yeah.
was a learning experience. I'm still learning from my uncle. Like,
Sure.
he'll tell me like, hey, this is what you got to do. Don't do this, do that. I was like, okay, cool.
Well, how did it go with the Green Ranger though? What did he like? Did he like the boots?
Oh
Did you look
yeah,
at the
like he
picture
loved
and
them.
everything?
But at that time we were gonna get ready to create this storyline where he was gonna come back to wrestle in Laredo, and we were gonna try to get pay-per-view for that match. So like this was where this belt comes into play,
Okay.
because we made this for him that he was gonna win this belt, but it never happened because of COVID.
Wow. Can you show that belt? Can you see
Yeah.
that belt? Show it. So this was supposed to be for, to this camera right here. Right?
Yeah.
This was supposed to be for the match with the Green Ranger.
With the
then.
Green Ranger, correct.
And then
This is what his power coins are. He was a different
Gotcha.
Power Ranger in all
Okay.
the series. So each one of this was the Power Ranger he was for. So
That's so cool.
look, you can carry it. I mean,
It
just
seems kind of heavy though. Oh my gosh, man, that is so cool. So this would have been his belt basically.
yeah,
And then COVID happened, and you got to stay with this piece of memorabilia.
yeah, yeah.
That is pretty cool. But I mean, I'm going back to the boots. He liked the boots. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, he liked the
thought they
boots.
were
He
good
took all the
quality. You
pictures.
take that, man. That's heavy.
He was like, He was like, I'm gonna come up with a costume and we're
Yeah,
gonna
so
do
he
all
got-
this. Like he had, like I said, he had planned something so we can
Yeah.
get on paper. And I was like, whoa, this is like way beyond my forte. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. He was like, don't worry, like we'll get to it.
And how did the Western wrestling boots come out?
Oh, really nice.
Who was the wrestler?
She's right now known as Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh, Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is on WWE
Mhm.
right now, right?
Oh yeah.
And so those were for her,
Yeah.
and she liked them. They
Oh
they
yeah,
came
she
out
liked
pretty
them,
good?
and then she kept ordering more and more.
Yeah.
She's only worn Ace's boots for
Really?
the last few years. Yeah.
And she's on the current WWE roster.
Mhm.
So that's I just, it's such a big deal, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it really is that your boots are on WWE. We're talking to Ray Chavarria. He makes wrestling boots, pro wrestling boots, and he does a bunch of other stuff as well. And we're talking about how it all got started. We're talking about how he makes wrestling boots for some of the biggest names in wrestling. And so we're going to start talking about some of those names here on Made in Laredo.